sure.
So really interesting to see your last, what is this, 20 games? What is this? Is this a Smurf or something? What's going on?
Oh no, so you'll notice I was silver last season. I really just didn't play a lot of solo queue last season or duo queue,
Uh-huh.
but I kind of started to get a bit serious about trying to improve at League. So I've been watching a lot of your videos and trying to apply like the man advantage idea and stuff into my games, and I've seen a lot of success. I probably played like 60 games in Gold 5 or something, and then I started watching your videos, and since then I've maybe played like 25, and I went Gold 5 to Gold 3 pretty quickly.
Damn. Yeah, this looks pretty crazy. The last, what is it, 6 games? Damn. Impressive, impressive. So then what seems to be the problem, or are we kind of looking to look at anything we could improve on? Or is there
I'm really just looking to see what I can improve on and whether or not I'm properly implementing what you discuss in most of your coaching videos.
Okay, okay. Sounds good. Pretty much like take a look at everything and let's see what we find, right?
Yeah.
Which of these games would you like to look at then? I know that
Um,
I remember you said like the
so
Caitlyn game was like
the,
really
the
good to
first
look at.
one, I think the first one we should look at is probably the Xayah game because I play a lot of Xayah and I play a lot of Xayah. I duoed with support in that game, so
Hmm.
that's a lane that I play pretty often. So that's one I'd like to look at. The Caitlyn one probably second because she's my second champion.
Okay, okay. It's really
Moment.
interesting how your names are like tiny. I
Oh
can't
yeah,
see.
the explanation for that, I'm on a 4K monitor, so everything looks kind of weird. Like
Oh,
you
what
also
the
notice like
heck?
minion health bars
Oh
probably
my
look really
God,
small.
the icons and shit. What's going
Yeah,
on?
and the map is actually set to 50% because I couldn't really see characters stacked on top of each other when I set it to 0%.
Holy
So I
shit.
set the map to like 50%.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? Wait, that's so funny. All right, well, that's kind of weird, but whatever. Wow, disgusting level 1. 10 out of 10. You're gonna kill him. What? Wait.
Yeah. I didn't flash for that one because I wasn't really I just decided that we could probably get the kill later, and I thought I might
Okay.
have to take a tower shot
Okay.
if
So
I
here,
flashed. So
it's like if both of you flash, you're gonna get him. But if you don't flash, you're already winning. So,
yeah, I
yeah,
figured that
right.
we could definitely get that sort of engaged again
Right,
when
right,
both
right.
stack up a second.
Honestly, this is fine. 100% completely fine, right? Because a lot of times in the moment, it's always better to not waste sums than it is to waste sums if you're not sure, right?
Mhm.
So the way to, if you want to like, kind of what's it called? Kill him, right? If you wanted to like like get this and sure, that would be better than letting him live, then you'd say something like level 1, if we land Rakan knockup, we kill him, we flash, we're going
Okay.
in
Okay.
100%, right? Like the two conditions are we land knockup and I'm in auto attack range, then
Okay.
you
Yeah.
know that no matter what they do, you're gonna kill him, unless it's like Thresh starts hook and then he hooks you or something. That would be like, wow,
Yeah.
that would
That'd
be
be
next level.
tragic.
But yeah, that's generally the line of thinking with Xayah Khan, is that we land this, we're going, like no matter what,
Okay.
right? But doing this and not finishing, I think is okay too, right? The fact that you guys are looking for it is really good. It's just that, yeah, sure, we could have gotten a kill, but I think it's okay if we don't, right?
Mm.
Not the end of the world. So you guys are pushing in, very nice. We get E next. Okay. I actually think that not sure what other people do, but my first guess is they would take Q. Let's see. Let's take a look at the Xayah Khan lane if we can find one. Actually, not sure if we can find a Xayah Khan lane.
Yeah, they probably banned that out.
Here we go. Xayah
Yeah.
Khan. He just takes Q second. Right.
Okay.
So
I actually have been taking E second for the longest time, but I thought that's what I saw when I checked pro builds last time. Maybe I just read it wrong and
is
have
there
been
another
did
one?
it wrong the whole time. But I was not exactly sure why I was taking E because you can never get the root with
It doesn't
just a
do
W. You
anything.
know, like
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's maybe a little extra damage, but I can definitely see why the Q level 2 is
Right.
better.
The E will literally never be useful unless they're ganking you.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's like even then, its usefulness is limited. You know,
Mhm.
I don't know. You pretty much. I don't think you ever want to take E unless you're like expecting a gank. You hit him 3 times, you root him or something. That's
Yeah.
really. I've literally never seen that. So
Okay.
Q is the reason why Q is better is because we can poke, we can push, you know, etc. etc.
Yeah.
It has more value than 0, which is E.
Uh-huh.
So that's why we take Q second. I'm pretty sure, right? That would be the idea. So
Mhm.
and then you know push him in, sure. Now we have a lot of options here in terms of what we want to do with the lane. So what are you thinking after you got like once you're in control of the lane? What are you thinking?
I was thinking here that I would probably just push him in again because he can't really. I think I probably should have slow pushed this wave, but I just decided to fast push it for whatever reason. I'm not sure I was really thinking too much about what I was doing with this wave
Okay,
at the time.
so this is not something I usually not something that usually comes up in coaching because most of the time people aren't running like Xayah Khan or something like Caitlyn Morgana or some kind of super strong duo bot, and they have like total control of the lane. So you have a few options here, right? So the one you mentioned was we're gonna push him in and then we're gonna do something, right? So this is the usual option in solo queue where you can push and then go like get look at Scuttle Crab, check to see if jungler's doing Scuttle Crab, or you're gonna go deep ward, Gromp or blue, or you can camp a bush or anything like that.
Okay.
Right. That would be your standard. You can even hit tower if you want, but I would say probably don't hit tower. And then depending on your lane, you could also poke them under tower, right? You have like Xerath or Xayah or whatever. So now when it comes to lanes with that have catch or all in, and they have total control of the lane, the game is dunzo because you have more options in terms of how do they walk up if you win all in, right? Let's say you pull this wave into the bush and then now it's pushing towards you. What do they do?
Well, nothing, I
You
guess,
can't do anything
because they can't walk up.
They need their jungler, okay? So
Yeah.
they say jungler come here. You say you say my jungler come here. They start at 3v2, you guys win. You counter gank is game's over, right?
Mhm.
Another thing you can do is do this and then Rakan can recall. They'll never know he's not here, right? You can
Yeah.
even in your fast push, you can even say Rakan can go roam. If this is a better support like Blitzcrank Thresh or Alistar, roaming mid would be better, but this Zed Wukong matchup, it doesn't seem like roaming mid would do anything, right?
Yeah.
So and Nocturne's not going to be invading. So I would say pushing doesn't make as much sense as something like slow pushing, like you said. Or
yeah, Nocturne actually
freezing.
did invade. Actually, he he invaded and he killed their jungler, but then he died to Zed. So
that's spicy. That's probably interesting move on his part. But yeah, in terms of when you have super total control of the lane, freezing turns into a viable option because they can't play the game. Okay, so what they're gonna have to do is send Thresh mid or something, or lane swap or something. But there's literally like, can you even come up with a response they can do? Because I can't even come up with a response. They literally need a gank, and Kane gank doesn't do anything, right? So they're dunzo essentially. So the way to do it is either have more minions on their side, right? Or the simple solution is if both waves are coming in, you just stand here and then drag the wave. Do you know what I mean? Have you seen that before?
Whoa. Drag the wave to the side. Wait, wouldn't that push the wave up forwards towards them though?
All right, we're going to do this real quick. It's always better to show you, better to tell you what I mean and show it at the same time so you can reproduce it, right? So we're gonna go in here. I don't have any ready examples on me, but let's go. Practice tool. Why is it so slow? It's so strange. League of Legends, please. Okay, cool. Let's go. Pick Xayah, doesn't really matter. Alright, so the idea is that you know how if the wave meets in the middle, in the middle, wow. If the wave meets in the middle, you don't know where it's going, right? In terms of pushing.
Yeah.
If it meets on your side of the map, it's pushing towards them, right? So how do you make it meet on their side of the map? So you can have it push
if I delay their minions, then
right.
my minions will push up further.
I'm sure you've seen it before, but we're just gonna show you like the You just do this every time, it works, right? And they're actually, this can be used in different ways instead of just making it so that you're freezing, right? Let me fast forward a minute or 30 seconds or whatever. So one of the ways you can do is, one of the things you can do is, let's say there's a wave coming into you. They just fast push their basing, right? So instead of, you know, we're gonna catch it here and run into this bush, they're gonna wear this bush. You can't do that, right? Because you're gonna tank minions, right?
Yeah.
So another thing you can do is you do it up here, right? You're like, let these minions chase you here. They can't get hit by tower, and then they meet your wave. You base, boom, that's a freeze, right? But the one we're talking about is this one. We go like this, right? Which is the situation we just saw. So what's gonna happen is that this is gonna push towards me. We actually can't fast forward because I think the minions like freak out or something. But the minions are gonna push towards you. So Thresh and Twitch try and walk up. What happens? You know, you have your con sitting in this bush. You know, you just stand up here. Oh, good luck now.
Our chapter.
Right. They can't walk up without doing anything. And it's like, oh, they want to attack you. You just back off. They lose their minions.
And so when I implement this strategy, I need to be last hitting at like the very last possible moments that my damage isn't too much to push it. Okay.
Right. It doesn't matter if you have it set up like this. It won't matter unless you're doing something like this, right?
Okay.
Then it's gonna matter, right? Don't do that, right? Because you're gonna break the freeze. But you notice that even though I'm doing that, it's still pushing towards me, right?
Yeah.
So that's how strong, you know, making it meet up here is that it's definitely gonna push, right? So that's the idea.
Because their minions get there first, right?
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
So that's the idea you can implement to super punish when you're playing, you know, Xayah or some kind of crazy lane like that.
Okay.
Let's take a look. But let's say, you know, we don't do that. It's still fine. It's just that we're not getting as much as we can, right? Because we know Twitch has no flash. We know that our 2v2 is strong. We know that they can't gank us. So even though, you know, pushing is great, and getting every single CS is great, this is like the next step. But not necessarily something we have to abuse quite yet. But let's see what's going on here. I think we're trying to last hit only. What's the idea here, I guess?
I wasn't really, like, honestly, I don't really know too much about minion wave management, so I was just kind of last hitting without thinking about why I was last hitting here.
Okay. So
I was really just gonna kind of let it push towards me by doing the last hitting, but I think we should have been standing up a bit further to punish.
Right. We want to, according to our matchup, we want to all in immediately, right? And what do they have? They can't really do anything. They can really maybe catch you, but even if they get you with hook, they're gonna lose. To all in. So there's really nothing they can do, right? Unless you guys miss. If you guys miss, then they can do something. But it's pretty easy to not miss if they get knocked up. So the idea here is if they want to hit a minion, you want to make them afraid.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, and then let's say, oh, what if Kane's here? Okay, so then we have to use flash. That's good. You know, we drew jungle pressure already. Probably don't even have to use flash, to be honest. Rakan's gonna save us. So there's no way for them to stop you, right? So every time you want to CS, you're either gonna hit him or you're gonna make him so scared that he's not gonna get it, right? Or he's going to elect to trade, and then you win the trade because you're playing Xayah.
Yeah.
Right. You press W, you win. So that's like a win-win-win situation. There's nothing they can do. So if you're kind of the aggressor, you should look to punish on every minion, or at least punish on the backline minions, right? So,
okay. So because I was flashing full HP, I knew I wouldn't die to a gank, but I was. Would it be worth it to play up and maybe burn my flash if Kane is in the bush there? Or
right.
I know I have my jungler here, but it would be worth to burn a flash for.
Yeah. Pretend. Okay. Let's pretend that Nocturne's not here, right? So you walk up. No matter what, you're not gonna get hooked, right? Because if you get hooked, even without the enemy jungler, you're gonna take too much damage. So let's say you don't get hooked. He goes for a flash flight, right? The next is you see if Rakan can stop this from happening, right? If he knocks them up, you guys just walk away, right? And then let's say if Rakan misses, then we have to flash, and that's fine because we traded our flash for Thresh flash. And Kane went for a gank while he's supposed to be farming, and your Nocturne is still farming to level 6. So everyone's winning, right? That would be considered winning. And then it doesn't change the bot lane because you don't need your flash to kill them, right?
Yeah, true.
So you can, there's not much they can do except come again, right?
Okay.
And it's like a gank that not only is a low success rate, it's low impact too. It doesn't really do anything, right? So basically the only time when you wouldn't want to pressure like this is like say the retaliation is really strong, like Alistar and Elise.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, you know, we're actually gonna lose 2v3 because
Mhm.
you get hit by a combo, that's a cocoon, you die, right?
Yeah.
Any kind of chain CC would be an indicator that we would not want to pressure as hard, right? But
Mhm.
anything like this, where it's dodgeable or useless jungler, right?
Mhm.
Then you can definitely look to do something, right? But it looks like here, this guy just dies. Very nice. We could have done that kind of the whole time though, right? It's kind of what we're
Yeah.
getting at
Yeah. True.
by ourselves. So
Okay.
here we have a lot of options here, right? So if you really want to make him upset, which is what I tend to do, right? Is you can just base here. Right?
Oh,
What
so
happens if you
that
base here?
freezes again.
Right, because he has more minions.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
that's the idea. So the counter to this is Thresh is going to try and push this. Doesn't matter. Twitch is losing 12 CS, right? 12, 6 CS, doesn't matter. He's done, right? So here you can base, but let's say, oh, what's going on here?
I think I was trying to push this wave into their tower.
Okay, we eventually pushed it in, right? Which is the idea.
Yeah.
That's the usual cookie cutter idea, right? But in our case, we have so much control, we can freeze, right? That's what I want you to think. And the time to do it is immediately, right? Is like when I said you can base right now, right?
Yeah.
Because you need to come back before Thresh or their jungler gets any ideas of fixing this wave, right? And you have to get back before Twitch gets here, so you can't do anything, right? So if you wanted to stay, you got to push this now.
Okay.
It's kind of the idea. You push immediately and then you do something else, right? If you're gonna freeze, you base immediately, right? So that's the idea. But honestly, not something we need to abuse at our rank. I'm not gonna lie, right? This is something that will, let's say your skill level is even. This will win you the kind of what's it called? It'll let you outskill your opponents or outsmart your opponents, right? Let's say we're both diamond or we're both platinum or it doesn't matter what rank we're on. If you can do this and he can't, you're like winning, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I think we're winning on other levels, so this is not even quite needed, right? It's just how do you win more is what we're looking at here.
Yeah.
So how come? Never mind. So here we're super strong. The only thing we could say for you to work on in terms of when you're winning is on these minions, make him scared.
Okay.
Right? So in this specific matchup, you're gonna walk up, Thresh is gonna throw a hook, you dodge, you all in, right? That would be the matchup based because he has a skill shot, right? If they have trade support, you all in immediately, right? If they have sustain, the same thing, right? If they have all in, then you flash whatever they have, right? Leona ulti or Alistar combo. What else is all in nowadays? Anything like that. But you guys win all in anyway, so it doesn't matter what they do.
Well, I guess.
Right. So in this case, you could say something like he throws a hook, you can flash. You can even ulti, but I would probably flash instead, so I don't miss ulti, right? I would flash, and then Rakan goes in, it's over, right? So you have a lot of things you can do here, but this is just Rakan specific because you guys are really strong bot lane combo, right? But here, you know, this is the idea, is that you can't walk up, right? So we could have done this is the idea you're implementing now is reproducible, if that makes any sense. So hopefully now you know how to kind of make the situation happen again, right? Pull these minions in and then let it push, right? Something like that, and then you can just zone the shit out of them, right? Like how much CS do they have now? It's probably going to be like 30 CS down.
I don't know when I pressed tab. Oh,
yeah, 20 CS down, right? So
yeah, okay.
Pretty good. So now he can't do anything. This is good, right? This is what we like to see. Very nice. You just can't do anything. Let's fast forward. Oh, okay. What happened here? How did it get pushed in?
I just wasn't using my abilities to push properly. I think I should have just froze it there. Certainly.
Right. Remember the thing we talked about?
I just pulled into the bush up front, I guess.
No. Remember, if they were this, we're tanking minions, right?
Okay. Oh yeah, so pull it upwards.
Up here, right.
Okay.
Right. This is the one you do, right? Otherwise, they run into the tower like this.
Okay.
And then, shit, our freeze is done, right? The frontline minions died. This is not a freeze. This is not a freeze anymore, right? This is slow push now. So yeah, anything like this though, make him afraid to last hit. That's what I want you to think. A lot of things that Xayah can do includes using her Q to zone, right? Where you throw the feathers, you know, right before they last hit. So then they have a choice, which is if they last hit, you throw the last feather through a minion, you root them, right? That would be pretty GG. And then the other one is they don't last hit, which is what you want, right? You can use your feather like that. But honestly, this is all we're talking about right now is just like how can we win harder, right? We haven't really made any mistakes. This is pretty much super stomp, right? Oh my god, he had to flash. Now the reason why I said level 3 we wanted to freeze using that tactic, right, was because when we push, we can't really get anything.
Yeah.
Right. When we push, we already see, you know, into the river. It's kind of hard to do tower damage, right, without being stabbed by a gank or anything like that. And then what else is there? No, there's nothing else, right? There's pretty much your options. You can roam. Oh, you can't roam on Zed. I don't know how you're supposed to roam on Zed with Rakan. Doesn't make sense. He's just gonna W away. So the reason why now I'm gonna say we can push is why.
Because we could probably dive.
Okay, diving is a very good,
especially with Nocturne
option.
6.
Yes, exactly. That was what I was gonna say, right? Is especially with Nocturne 6, but even without Nocturne 6, this dive is winning. Oh my god, what are they doing? If you heal, they're done. Okay, you just kill Twitch or something. You can kill them all, honestly. It really doesn't matter. Wait, he aimed Kane. What's going on? You guys should kill them all for sure, though. Okay, even though it's a little bit messy, I think that he got away. All right, let's back it up. Let's back it up. All right, it's a little bit messy. We'll talk about this.
Yeah. So I think the problem there is Rakan kind of went back in after he was already out, essentially. Like he turns around there for Q or whatever. But
okay, so we're here. He gets hooked. Okay, we are no danger to us.
And Thresh did play his first E. But
so let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. When do you want to use your E, I guess?
Since this fight was an all-in essentially as late as possible, I think, because they're still they'll still be collecting feathers behind them throughout the fight.
They're still chasing, right? When you're in an all-in, you want to get as much value as possible, right? So what was the value of our E? Even though it was good enough because their gank is so bad. If this is more even, it could have, gone either way, right?
Yeah, it was really not great because Kane dodged my E with his ult, and I didn't root the Twitch either.
What's the solution? How do we guarantee our E? How do we guarantee good value? I would say.
I just hold it, I guess, until.
Okay,
until
that's good. There's also another specific way we can do it, which is yes, you do need to hold on to it to do this. And it's something you'll see.
Chain it with the Nocturne, or
you can do this by yourself on Xayah. This is like the one everyone uses, the one you see everyone do.
Q auto E.
The one, the flashy one. Let's say.
Just the alt E.
The E flash.
Alt E flash.
Right? Okay. Right. We can alt E flash. Or we can E flash too. But I would say alt E flash is probably better here, right? So, what target would we do that on? I guess.
I think probably Twitch.
And why would you say that?
Because I can probably one-shot him with that.
Right. It will give you the most value.
Yeah.
Right. Because Kane's
already dead.
Yeah, he's already dead. So he's really the only target, right? He would be the best target. You could do it on Thresh, but it doesn't make sense, right? So if you go for an E flash, he dies because he has no flash. And even if he did have flash, it's really hard to dodge E flash on Xayah. Right? Even Koreans will have trouble with it, but they can do it. But NA players, EU players, doesn't matter. Most of us cannot dodge it, right? I usually like half the time I would say I would not be able to dodge it, even if I knew it was coming, right? So E flash would be very good here, right? But the only thing we can really talk about is like the mechanics aspect. Is we kind of used our E for no reason, and then the other mistake is not necessarily a mistake, but there's a reason why we use our ulti before E, because we can't do anything with feathers here.
Yeah, true. We definitely get better value if I save
right,
the E
so
there.
just hold on to it, right? Just hold on to it.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong if you do, but honestly, this is the desired result. So all we're talking about is how you can win harder, right? But this is already winning, right? So we don't really care too much about winning harder yet, right? We don't need to win harder yet. It's not necessarily what we need to work on. Oh, okay. We can talk about this. So it's 12 minutes in the game. You guys took the tower. You were super far ahead. Perfect farm. Pretty much biggest guy in the game. Where do you go?
Top.
And why is that?
Because I already took the tower bot, and Rakan and I can kill the Swain especially with Rakan's Ignite to cancel out the Swain healing on ult.
Okay. Can you get even more than that?
I guess we could probably take dragon first.
Right.
At this point. Yeah.
You can take dragon first, and we're in one of those games where if you're winning bot, you can stay bot because you're this Twitch Thresh can't do anything against you. So you can stay bot, push them in, take their whole bot side jungle and dragon, and dive mid, right? So but if we go top, it's less certain if they don't match us, right? What if it's Thresh Swain versus you and Rakan? Now it's like not sure, right?
Actually, at some point it was Thresh Swain, so we didn't do anything there.
So yeah, exactly. So that's the reasoning is that you know you're crushing this bot lane, so we don't necessarily have to leave, right? It's when this kind of swap is super beneficial is when we have a slight lead or all the objectives are down, nothing's to do bot. But if we're winning bot super hard, you can keep going bot, especially when it's so early in the game, right? I would say even if you guys weren't crushing bot, I still go bot, so you can get dragon, right? And then you can swap. Yeah. So that way you're maximizing your winnings, right? Not only are you getting Rift Herald, you're gonna be getting dragon too, right? And then the way for them to beat it is that they'd have to do Rift Herald while you guys are doing dragon or something like that. So here we're pushing, I guess.
Yeah.
And Nocturne is doing some things mid, and then he walked up. You can kill this guy, right? You just press W, and he's over. He's done. Well, maybe.
I was gonna hold the W until Rakan hit his W because I didn't think that I could just kill him if I pressed W and walked up on him.
Okay. We can talk about this.
I thought we'd need a CC chain.
So we don't always have to. Okay, there are two parts to this. Okay, one is that there's a reason why Xayah Rakan is so stupidly strong is because Xayah can go first. Right? Xayah can go first in any fight because Rakan's follow-up is like takes 0 time and it's guaranteed. Right? He actually can't miss, right? He has ulti. So he can't miss the knockup. So that's why we can always go first, right? So that's the first thing we can mention about the duo lane. The second thing is, let's say you don't have a Rakan. Using W here is still good. Why? Why would I say that?
Because Swain doesn't have a response at this point.
Right,
like
so you're winning the trade.
If he turns around to hit me, then Rakan W.
Right, you're winning the trade. So this is just free damage, right? We'll say this is free. So you could hit him here. I would say that any line of play would be good if you press W, but if you don't, I think it's not the end of the world. You guys are probably gonna get him anyways, right? He's just gonna die. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he dies. I hope, right?
Yeah.
Kind of messy. I think.
Yeah, I think that was another case where I used the E before the ult.
I see, right. So when you're in all-in situation, right, when you're doing all-in, it's you W and then you like Q Alt E or something like that, right? This is kind of our catch. This is kind of our catching pattern, right? So on Xayah, there's like a few patterns to know, right? Is when you're all-inning, right, and then you use like W and then you use your ulti right after, that's a mistake. Right, because you got no W value, right? That would be like an obvious example, I guess. When you're catching, using your Q and then auto attack E, very good catch, right? Really fast. But if you're an all-in, you want to save your E for maximum feathers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This is like, oh, you need to go first, so that Rakan can't land his knockup without his ulti or something like that.
So do you recommend the Q auto E only when it's more of a catch and the team can do the follow-up?
Right. When it's catch. Okay. When it's catch. Essentially only, right? In team fights, if your team is here or you need him to stay still, right? Sometimes Q and E, just Q auto attack E is very good, right? But if you how do you pump out more value? It's hold on to your E, right? So I think even though it's kind of messy, it's still good, right? The only problem is that what if Kane is here, right? Then I think this is losing. It's not enough. No, it's not good enough, right? This is losing, right? So the way to do it is just press W until you can't hit them anymore, and then you can hit them or something like that, right? W is gonna be where all your damage comes from. So if you press W, that's winning, right? So we just got like 3 auto attacks or something, and then not enough feather value, but it's fine, honestly. Still not something to worry about, right? Okay, Twitch is sharing a lane with Swain. This is, I don't know what they're doing.
I was thinking about that.
What the
They're not getting too much.
Dude, it's like, okay, yeah, sure, that's fine. You can push us in. You guys aren't winning this game if you share a lane. So that's kind of strange. So all I have to do is make sure we don't die, and then we're winning the game, right? Because they're sharing a lane. So I don't know what they're doing, but it's not smart. Okay, they're trying to hit the tower. That's definitely not smart. Oh no, how did that happen? What would you
No,
say? What would
which
you say? How do you fix this? I guess,
oh
or rather, what should have Rakan done?
uh I think alt first and then W through him, right? Isn't
Right,
that
right,
how
right. It's
Rakan
just
does it?
you're
Okay.
yeah, ulti and then W hit, right? And it's guaranteed. There's nothing
Uh-huh.
he can do. He takes lantern, doesn't matter, right? So yeah, that's kind of weird, but they should have died there, right? That's why you don't hit the tower. Is
Yeah.
that reason? The triple kill is
Yeah.
just game over, right?
Yeah, the
So
Rakan and Wukong was really certainly enough to punish them hitting the tower
yeah,
there.
exactly. So I don't know what's going on, but Zed is killing
Yeah,
your
that's
team.
good too.
Really strange, but I don't think you guys lose this. You just press W, that's winning, right? Kane's here. Oh. Okay, what would I say about this?
I think I probably should have W'd and started kiting before.
Right. And then what's good value for ulti, would you say?
Dodging the Zed ult or the Kane. Can I dodge Kane ult damage with my ult?
Not
not
sure if he
sure.
can dodge the damage, but let's say he comes out, you can ulti, right after he comes out. So
Yeah,
can't do
so he
anything.
doesn't get his
Yeah. We can definitely use our ulti for something here, I think, and then we can be winning by pressing W, and then you're killing them, right? You can easily kill them. I think.
Yeah, I just kind of panicked there because I saw that Kane and Zed were like on top of me. It's like, oh no.
Right. But honestly, I think it's okay. Still okay, right? The fact that we got the ninja tabis means we outsmart. We used our brain to make sure that even if something like that doesn't go perfectly, we're still gonna win, right? Which is what happens. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, let's see this.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have been trying to hit the tower there without my ult.
Few things here, right? One is the tower, right? Because Thresh and Twitch, add them into the mix, we got a problem, right?
Yeah.
Not only that,
Well,
but
Twitch is bot.
Right. But when we,
yes.
Oh, I guess we did see him, huh? Okay, so then just Thresh. It was just Thresh and those two. Yeah, we don't have ulti here. We don't really. It doesn't look like we have a plan if they come out, right? It's kind of.
Yeah, I already.
It's really dicey.
Tower, so.
Yeah, it's just not. It just seems really dicey, right? Because no one has ultis. You have less people. This is just you have less people, really. They could be TPing behind you as well, right? But let's say we had 3 people or 4 people. They're gonna have 3 or 4 people. Wukong's not here, so
yeah,
this is not good, right? So you can talk about, we should have held on to E. Maybe we can catch someone. You guys are losing this, right? This is losing. Like Nocturne already died. That's already bad enough.
Yeah.
Right? So let's say don't hit the tower, right? Unless you're absolutely sure for whatever reason, right?
Okay.
And there did not look like going for tower is good. Okay, so this is what you can do. You can Rift Herald, see if he can find anyone, right? You can pop this Rift Herald, let him hit the tower, and then you guys sit back here and then wait and see what happens, right? Oh, they come to clear this, we know we can go, or something like that. Or they don't show up, whatever. But just don't try and siege without less people, right? Don't siege with less people, right? It just doesn't make sense. So I'd say that would be something to look at for sure. Is if the only way you kind of lose, okay, this it's not the only way, but there are a few ways you can lose in the mid game after you have dominated lane. Okay, one is you swap top and you guys die because you hit the tower, right? The second one is you swap top, you get ganked, you die, right? A third one is we're not doing anything with our lead. I think we're doing enough with our lead, so that doesn't count, right? And anything after that is fighting with less people. They have TP advantage, you fight top, you lose, right? Anything like that, right? So one of the ones we just saw was we're trying to hit the tower when we have less people, right? That would be one of the ways we can throw when we have a massive advantage. So definitely don't do that. Literally, like nowadays, it does not matter if you have 6 kills or something. You cannot win 4v5 unless you have like super massive item advantage, or you have like a specific way to win, like you're gonna 5-man ulti E or something like that, right? You're not gonna win 4v5s, right? That's what I want you to think, especially in solo queue. It's just not gonna happen. Okay, let's see what's going on here. We come back, we push mid, and then this is a free Thresh, sure. Looks like yummy kill, very nice. You can get the dragon, sure. I think that's fine as well. Okay, what's going on now? Pause. Where do we go?
I think right now I was actually going to bot lane to try to take the tower there, because Thresh just died, Kane's dead, and Zed's top. So it could be Twitch and let's see, it would be Twitch and Swain.
Right, Twitch, Swain, and then Thresh is up, right?
Oh
So
yeah, so Thresh would probably.
our goal is to not hit the tower, right? We can't hit the
Okay,
tower,
yeah.
right? The goal here would be we want to push bot, right? But I would say pushing mid here is better, right? Why would I say that? Few reasons, I
Because
guess.
bot's already definitely pushing.
Right, it's already gonna come back to you, right? And pushing mid means you can do more things on the map, right? Let's say you push bot here. What's your next step? Remember, after we push, we want to do something. So after we push bot, what do we do?
The only thing I can really do is recall.
I agree. You can only recall after you do this, right? You can't do Gromp, it's already gone. There's no Scuttle, no Krugs, no red. So if you go mid though, we have a lot of things we can do, right? We can run into their red, we can run into their wraiths, we can ward topside Baron, right? We can even take our own wraiths if we have nothing else to do. But I would say going mid is probably better, right? Yeah, it looks like you guys realize that there's nothing you can do, right?
Yeah.
Pushing mid also prevents Twitch from pushing mid. Right? How can he push mid if you guys are there? So I would say if you have a choice, do mid, right? Mid's super important, right? Because it controls the whole map, right? But honestly, still nitpicking. We're still nitpicking. Really, the only thing we want to look at is the 4v5, right? That was the only, or not the 4v5, the 4v3 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That's the only real thing that could throw the game, right?
Yeah, I've certainly done much less of the hitting the tower throws.
That's good.
I started watching your stuff, but it still happens. So.
I mean, it happens with me too. So don't worry. Here it is kind of awkward, right? Because why would I say this is kind of awkward? What do we do that we could have done better?
I think I probably should have queued behind him, I guess.
I think a queue here is fine, right? It's not the end of the world since the feathers are coming back, but. Okay, let's first the easiest way to look at it is what got low value.
The E, certainly.
Right,
the E.
It doesn't do anything. So I think for you, if you want to look at mechanics, is stop using your E, unless it's like super obvious, right? Because every time you use it and it's like poor value, it's like not doing anything, right? We're trying to hit the Z, but where are your 3 feathers coming from? I'm not quite sure, right? Even if he didn't. Jump back. I wasn't 100% sure where your feathers are coming from, right? You need to know, exactly how you're using your route, because it's like, your best ability, right? Like here, you're like, there are feathers behind him or something, so this is guaranteed. So this is very good, right? Let's say that's good, but the one on Z, it kind of doesn't make sense, right? I think this is happening. It's like a recurring pattern, if that makes any sense. But might be something you want to take a look at.
Yeah, this one I actually thought I'd be fine, and I certainly wasn't. I died here.
So we can talk about this. Tell me, what do you think you should have done here?
I think I probably should have ulted after I didn't dodge the Kane straight line. I don't know what his abilities are, but after I didn't dodge the straight line thing, I should have just ulted that. But
you did ult, right? So you got hit and then you ulted.
Yeah.
And then let's say he didn't get to ult you, so you ult already, and then he ults after your ult is down. What do you do?
I could flash after he comes out.
Okay, I would say that's a fair response, right? Now you can already do that already, right? So that's already something we can do. But the other thing is, since you're playing Xayah, you can ulti. You can save your ulti until he ultis you. Right? Let's say you guys are fighting. If you don't ult, who wins? If neither of you ults, who wins?
I win.
Exactly, because
we're kind of maximum.
You can't do anything, right? Yeah, you can't do anything. So that means you should use your ulti after he uses his ulti. This is just like a it's honestly technically not just a Xayah thing, but something to consider when you have counterplay with your ulti, right? Like let's say Fizz is coming out of the bush, he ultis you, you're gonna ulti after when the fish is about to come out. Right? This is the same thing, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna ulti when Kane's about to come out, right? Or doesn't matter what any champion is, any of these divers, right? That's how you get maximum value out of your ulti, right? It's hard to dodge something, right? So you're gonna use it to make it so they're useless after they use their gap closers or anything like that, right? It's just what do you do when Kane comes for you is kind of the question, right? That's the question you have to ask yourself, right? So even though we can kind of solve it in this replay, you have to ask yourself in game when it's not Kane, right? Like what's another example? Like Nocturne, right? When do you use your ulti after Nocturne ulti you?
Right before the tether. I would say probably before the tether pops on me. Because if the tether pops and he's trying to top me, I'll just die.
Right. So 2 options is right before the fear goes off, right? Or as he's coming into your face.
Yeah. So before I take heal damage.
Right. So you have 2 options, right? And then that's in that way you'll know when to use ulti when the fight happens, right? Because here, I feel like you didn't know, right? Which is why
I wasn't thinking about what I would do here. I just thought that I would win because I had my support with me. But
right. Remember that even though you it's good to think that numbers advantage is winning, but the other thing to take a look at is also you could throw a thresh in here as well. Right. And you would no longer have the numbers advantage. But when it comes to people who can one shot, you have to play around it. You have to plan around it, right? What do I do if they come out? That's always the question, right? So yeah, definitely useful against assassins / engage, right? Sojani comes out. How do you beat that? You have to ulti her ult, right? Depends with it's a different matchup to matchup, right? But the idea is the same. How do we get the most value out of our ulti, right? So yeah, that's what you should take a look at, I think. Let's see what's going on. Hold on. A bunch of people just died. I don't know what's going on, but a lot of stuff going on bot. You're gonna push mid. Sure, I think that's fine. We're coming bot here. Wait, how come we're rotating bot here though?
I was rotating bot because actually I don't recall why I rotated bot. I think it was because I was afraid to hit mid tower because we didn't know where anyone was.
Okay, so let's pause here. So Zed is spawned, right? Pause. Zed is spawned. They have Swain, they have Zed, they have Kane, right? So that's 3 people. How many people do you guys have when Fiora bases?
3.
Right. So can you hit the tower?
No.
Agreed. So can't hit bot, can't hit mid. What do you do?
I probably should have just taken. I mean, honestly, I guess my only option here was to back, unless I wanted to take one of the jungle camps before I ran. But if they have vision, then Zed or Kane could just kill me. So.
Right, but we know that we saw Zed or whatever just die or whatever, and Kane was just at this fight, I think, something like that. So we could definitely, Kane was top, I guess, actually. So we could push mid, which is good, and then take his Wraith real quick. You can look for Scuttle, right? We have several options here, but none of them, are quite obvious to us. It's just don't hit the tower is the only option, right? So there's nothing we can do here. So we leave, right? There's just nothing we can do there, and then we go back mid. But I think Wukong eats out your farm, right? So here, even if you can't figure out anything to do, right? Let's back it up. Let's back it up. What's our goal as the AD carry?
Not die.
Right. But, in terms of map movements, what's our goal?
Stay with the team so we can take objectives.
Okay,
or I mean, I guess making money in the mid game.
Right.
For the most part.
Right. Making money. Right. So here, even if we can't do anything, we can look to take Grom. We can look to take Scuttle Crab. We can look to go top. Right. We have anything that makes us money. Right. So going bot, there's nothing to do. Right. Not only there's no objectives to take, but there's no money to make. Right. So even if you have to just sit mid and do nothing because it looks like there's nothing to do, right? Let's say we can't do Wraiths or Scuttle because Kane is super strong, right? For example, and we can just wait at tower, right? There's literally nothing else we can do. So take Grom, take Wraiths, doesn't matter, but we're looking for something, right? Kill Zed, sure. Maybe we can look for this Baron play. Wow, we are getting in here. Okay, this is gonna work. I think you have more people, right? So this guy is free, right? Very nice. Wait, when do we use our root? Right, so I think there's a recurring habit, right?
That root wasn't 100%.
Right, exactly. So definitely take a look at that because that's like one of the biggest reasons why we pick Xayah is because she's so strong with her root, her W, her ulti. Oh my god, they just run in there. Interesting. Good choice to do Baron. I think it's a good choice to not base as well. You have the advantage since they're all dead. Oh, here we go. Let's watch this one. So Kane's here, you press W, you win. Oh, that's why we can't ulti first.
Yeah.
that exact reason. So now you know, but oh, he just dies because he's 1v3. Seems good.
Yeah.
We kill Swain. This guy's 1v4. Seems good. You guys push. You can kill them because it's 4v2 now. They're just dying one by one. Even
Yeah,
if they have
actually,
Zed.
what
So-
happens here is Zed comes in and kills like all of us.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, baby. Oh, you get ulti. Oh, you can win this. You can win this. Just don't miss E. Oh.
Yeah, he switches back to the shadow and my E misses.
Right. So 2 ways to do this is aim for his shadow or use your E before he goes back. Right. Wow, you guys got destroyed here. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Hot damn. Okay, what can you say about this fight? Disregarding the fact that we could have saved Flash with our correct usage of ulti, that doesn't matter, right? In this fight, what can we do better in terms of what we know about team fighting?
I should have been positioned further back, I guess, but also I didn't have my ult, so like, yeah, I would say probably just position further back, so that the because I knew Zed still had ult, so
Well,
I
getting
shouldn't have been
ulti
next
is
to the
fine,
shadow there.
right? We'll say getting ulti is fine because Rakan has a counter engage, so we're already winning, right?
Yeah.
What do we remember? What is our job in a team fight as an AD carry? What's the first priority?
Stay alive.
Okay, so we're so far this is pretty good,
Yeah.
right? Because there's no way Zed can kill us with their Rakan ulti. And then what's the second priority?
Hit the closest guy.
Okay, agreed. So what's going on here?
I guess I'm not sure.
Are we safe if we can't see Twitch?
Oh, no.
Right, exactly. So Twitch had ulti, Dunzo here, so we gotta leave. Right, that's the idea.
Mhm.
We're not safe, even though we can beat Zed. It's not just Zed. So
Yeah.
that's the idea. And then yes, we're hitting the closest guy, but you can't hit the closest guy if you're not safe.
Yeah.
Right. Similar to how we can't just hit this backline person because Malphite's gonna ulti us. Right. It's the same thing,
Mhm.
but you know, different champions. So that's the reason. Is that we were trying to hit someone and we weren't safe. Right. How do we die? It's gonna be some kind of combination of Twitch comes out, we have no response, or Zed comes out, we have no response. Right. Anything like that. So we just weren't safe in that position. So we just all you had to do. What could we have done that would be better outcome? Say ult you here. What do you do?
Probably just ult and
Wait, we have no ulti though.
I guess. Or I think I probably should have just autoed Zed until he kind of left and then ran.
Yeah, we just press W and leave.
Yeah.
Right? So we can just press W, leave. That's good. That's winning. We take the whole top side jungle. We already got a bunch of kills. We can even push mid, right? We have a lot of things we can do. So the idea is that we just we're gonna die to something. So that's just what we have to recognize, right? This game's kind of weird because they have 3 people trying to kill you in the backline. So it's like kind of strange, but it's the same general idea, right? I think this is a good idea going for the GA, the stopwatch. If you can beat Zed ulti with just stopwatch, that'd be pretty good.
Yeah,
or
I actually saved gold for the BF, I think. Looks like.
Interesting. Probably would have gotten the stopwatch, right? But I think it's fine. Nah, actually, yeah, you probably should have gotten the stopwatch, but looks like he's just trolling, so I don't know what he's doing. You guys are gonna win this. Oh wait, you have no Nocturne. What's going on? Okay, you can still win. I have no idea what's going on, but you can still win. They had no Zed, you had no Nocturne. Whatever. Kind of a strange fight.
Yeah.
But as long as we're not dying, this is fine, right? There's something here. What was something that we weren't watching out for?
No, the thresh hook.
Yeah. And we didn't have to use ulti after that either, right?
Yeah, true.
Interesting. So, from what I'm seeing, it's very much we're winning because we are so much smarter than them. They don't know what they're doing, right? But I think when you get to the point where if you lose fights because of your E, you're gonna have to take a look at that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You're gonna get to that like not soon, but like soon enough. Like where are we right now? Like I think we're like gold 3, right? It's gonna be like platinum level where that's gonna become a problem, right? So taking a look at it now is helpful. It's just hold on to it. That's all you need to do. But make sure that when you're using it, you're not just randomly using it, because that's a bad habit, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's like, oh, it's not gonna matter in this fight because your E cooldown's coming up in time for it to, you know, do another play.
Yeah.
It's a bad habit. So it's just like, even if it may be neutral in a game, it's never gonna be good, right? So only train good habits, right? Using an E here, we have no reason to. Right?
Yeah.
You always want to save it. Always, unless you have a very good reason to use it, right? Here it looks like the game is pretty much push and then you win, right? What's going on here? Zed is doing his best to save the game. So maybe if he becomes a prom, you can just wait for Dragon or something, or Baron, right? Either one works, doesn't matter. Sure. Get GA. I also say that's a very good buy since they have down you.
I bought the GA for like the 2 divers and the Twitch.
Right, I agree. It's very smart buy.
It's almost all AD.
Yeah. I would say probably didn't have to ulti there, but sure. And then nice try on the E, I guess. But yeah, I would probably save your ulti for even more value, right? It's fine. Oh, they're just kind of this is why we buy the GA, right? They down you, they lose. So they picked a losing option, they're gonna lose. Oh my god, maybe Twitch can do something. Okay, let's watch this. Yeah, I think we forgot about Twitch, right? Oh yeah, he procced your GA immediately.
Yeah, Twitch was kind of spooky.
Okay, so in terms of we push mid, what is their engage? They do this. You'd have to ask yourself, what do you ulti? So you already know now, right? But in any given game, you need to ask yourself, what do you ulti? So what do you ulti for their engages? Like, let's say Twitch comes out, what do you ulti? When do you ulti, I would say?
I mean, if he comes out right next to me, I probably ulti. Actually, I guess I'm not sure when I'd ulti if Twitch came out.
You want to ulti his ult, right? We would say that's a good trade. If he comes out next to you, you're winning. You press W. You can't beat that, right? But if he uses his ulti to hit you from range, you trading ult is fine. We'll say that's considered good because his ult is a lot more important than yours is, right? How about against Kane?
When he's coming out of his ult.
Right, so you would know that you have no need to ulti any of his damage, right? You just need to beat when he comes out, right? And then Zed.
I just ulti his FMR.
Right, and then you're good to go, right? But any time you kind of waste it is something to look at, right? So that's kind of what's going on in this fight is that we didn't have an ulti, and then we have no HP because they're on our face, and then Twitch comes out because we kind of aren't expecting him, I guess, right? So not much else to say except watch your threats in the team fight, right? And remember, what are you using ulti for, right? If you're using it defensively, you have to ask yourself, what are we dodging or when do we use it? If you're using it offensively, you say, do I have flash? Make sure I have E, right? Stuff like that. Okay, Zed kills Rakan. I don't know what's going on in this game anymore, but you have Fiora, so I'm not really worried. Actually, they do have a Twitch, so it could be bad. We don't have W here. Okay, we're fine. He didn't have anything either. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Oh, we have no smite, I guess, so maybe doing Baron is spooky. Push mid. I hope you guys win this game because that'd be really tilting if you guys lost this game.
Yeah, no, we won this game, but it was closer than I would have liked.
Right, exactly. And the reasons being doing 4v5s, right, with the one-time mid is enough to make a difference, right? Anything like we're losing when we're not getting really good value out of our ulti, I think, is they're just diving nilly-willy and our response should be winning, but I guess we need to think more about how we're going to respond, right? And then our E usage. But I think our E usage is last on the list because, look, this is fine, right?
Yeah.
All you have to do is stay safe, you're going to win, right? Ulti this. Too early, right? You already know. So you can kill him. You can even kill him. You don't even have to ulti here. You can just whoop his ass. But I would say too early there. Unless you were trying to dodge a shuriken or something, right? Xayah is a very mechanically difficult champion. So you have to definitely make sure what you know you're using your abilities for, right?
Mhm.
Especially your ulti, because it's super important in the late game, as you can see, right? You can completely nullify one of their ults, or it can also do nothing, right? So kind of like Saber spell shield, right?
Yeah.
In a sense. Okay, we don't go for inhib. I think that's fine. If we want a base, I think that's okay. Okay, we can talk about itemization. Instead of a bloodthirster, what else can you get that will help against their team?
I guess maybe a QSS for like thresh hook, just in case. I could also buy like some actual armor, like a Randuin's or something.
I would say those options
wasn't
are
really
not
sure.
as good as bloodthirster, right? Because your materials isn't gonna do anything. I would say.
Yeah, but
It's another lifesteal
probably
item. That would be very good.
another life. Death Dance. Oh
Yes,
yeah, definitely
Death
Death Dance
right?
against
Because
the Zed Kane.
and you can 1v5. You get that stance, you can 1v5, right? Maybe.
Okay.
Not exactly 1v5, but you can do a lot more. Right?
So in general, would you say against burst by Death Dance instead?
Yes, yes. Death Stance is disgusting, right? The only reason why pros aren't buying it, what do you think the reason is? Why they would prefer Bloodthirster over Death Stance in a LCS game or something like that? One of the big reasons.
Is it because the Death Stance won't save them from everything coming at them rather than just the one assassin?
It'll always Death Stance like outperforms Bloodthirster, I'm pretty sure, in most of the time when it comes to damage. How do you buy a Death Stance?
Oh, yeah, the build path is.
Dude, fuck it, it sucks, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's awful, right? So that's one of the reasons why you wouldn't see it.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just like it's god awful. The other reason is like Bloodthirster can give you a shield, right? Which is really nice when you can't hit them. Because that stance you need to hit them in order to get that lifesteal back.
Yeah.
But the Bloodthirster gives you a shield, so it's good against some kind of initial damage, right? But honestly, that stance is gonna always win in solo queue. Like pretty much, I don't think I've ever buy Bloodthirster over that stance, right? Because in the late game, enemy AD carry is now considered kind of burst, right? In terms of human reaction time, it's pretty much burst, right? So that stance is always gonna win against that.
Okay.
Yeah, from what I saw here, is the only issues we had were sure we could have picked options that would help us win more, but the real things that prolonged this game were kind of dying to because we're not using our ulti correctly.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
And that's just a matter of you say I will ulti when this happens. That's it. That's how you gotta figure it out. The second thing is we tried to do some kind of 3v4 hit the tower. That's you only did that once, so I think that's not that bad. But you also tried to do that bot. I think you were rotating bot, and it didn't make sense, right? So definitely take a look at that, right? Really, your job is to make money, right? So do camps, do something, right? And then I think that's pretty much it. It was just the rest of it was mechanics. But as you can see, even with mistakes in our mechanics, look at how the game ended up, right? 11-2 and 18, which is why I say it's not gonna matter yet. Doesn't matter yet, right? Maybe your ulti will matter actually, but the E stuff doesn't matter, right? Look at this last fight, right? Let me see if we can fast forward to this fight where you just kill Thresh for free. It's just like, I guess they can't do anything. Let me see. Actually, I'm not sure if it's like at your inhibitor tower or something.
My inhib tower.
You're just hitting the closest guy. You're winning, right? That's all you need. That's all you need to know, right? Hitting the closest guy is winning. And then I guess do you want to take a look at this Caitlyn gameplay real quick?
Yeah, I could just do another coaching session right now. Like, I could pay you again for.
Oh no, it's okay. It's fine if we go over like 20 minutes or whatever. It's
okay.
Don't worry about that. If we're doing another hour though, we can set up another hour. I think this shouldn't take that long, right?
Okay.
Like, there's not much else to see.
Macro wise.
Yeah, clearly from our recent match history, all you gotta do is play more games, right?
Okay.
In terms of cleaning stuff up, that's what I noticed. But
okay.
Overall, very clean. Don't do the 4v5 stuff, basically. Though.
Yeah. So this lane I actually do pretty poorly in.
Okay.
But the late game goes better for me. So
interesting. We'll take a look. Oh, okay. So what's going on here? What are we already seeing?
Yeah, I wasn't really trying to dodge the Q. Like I know I'm supposed to dodge first, but I didn't. I wasn't ready for the brand Q there.
Right, a few things. You want to do this 1v1, like you said, dodge first. Always. You're never going to get the auto attack in without getting hit, right? It's actually impossible, right? He's going to throw it the instant you auto attack. So you need to fake an auto attack and dodge, right? Second thing is you're taking the minions. So you can do this only if you're not taking minions, right? And then the third thing is, if you want to talk about 2v2, what's this matchup? What does matchup say?
Caitlyn is poke catch. Caitlyn Morgana would be poke catch, and
right.
Brand Xayah would be catch all in.
Right. Poke. They can even poke too. They poke catch and all in. Right.
Yeah.
Which is why Xayah is really good. Right. It's disgusting. So we're not kind of doing any of that. Right. I would say this is the extra stuff where you can hit them. You can try and look for free poke, but only if you know absolutely what you're doing. Because if you make a mistake, this is gonna happen. Right. Now you guys lose. Right. So the idea is that you want to hit the enemy champion who has a skill shot. You need to dodge first. Right. You wanna hit them. When can you hit them? When they want something. Right. What does Xayah want? Oh, she wants a minion. Maybe you can hit her. Right. Which is back to our example in the lane from the Xayah Khan. Right. Versus Twitch Thresh. Right. It's pressure on them on minions, but you can't kind of. There's no real reason to hit him here. Right.
Yeah.
We don't have a way to hit him, unless you're saying we can get it hidden for free. And even then, I would say that's losing. Right. You're tanking 3 hits and his auto attack for your auto, so it's not winning. So what should you do instead? Here.
I think probably just play back more.
Okay, but
I think like generally I should be pushing this one to their tower.
Right, you should be pushing, right?
Yeah.
And then when do you fight?
Only when Morgana gets a Q.
Yes, only when Morgana lands Q. Otherwise, you are always losing, right? You try and fight, and then you're fighting Xayah. She presses W, Morgana misses Q. You guys are losing.
Yeah.
Because Xayah W is gonna win, right? Unless you have like some kind of way to outplay, pretty much always gonna want Morgana to go first, right? Otherwise, we can't do anything. So that's just the nature of the champion, right? That's why the pick is so strong. Is that if it lands, you're gonna kill someone, but if it misses, you can't do anything, right? So. Fast forward, basically all we should have done was focused on farming, right? Oh, we're kind of stuck now. Oh, that's kind of awkward. Right, all we should have done was focused on pushing, right? And that'll give your Morgana opportunities to look for the bind, right? But
so for
now,
would you say for Caitlyn level 1, like unless I'm against Alistar or something, I should focus more on pushing the first wave than trying to poke?
Right. If it's free hit, you can hit. Right? That's the idea. But it's not free hit against Brand, right? Or Bard, or Janna, or Lulu. Any of these range supports is not free, right? Against Leona, yes. Against Braum, maybe sometimes if he can't Q you, right? Alistar, yes. Thresh, I would probably say no. He's gonna flay you, right? It really depends on the matchup, right? But if it's for free, you can hit them, right? If it's not free, don't hit them, right? We're gonna end up in this kind of situation where now it's really hard to play, right? I also recommend starting Thorn Shield against some kind of range support like that, because if something goes wrong, it's gonna go wrong, right? That's my recommendation. You know, a lot of players would say start Doran's Blade because
Doran's Shield against essentially every range support.
Nowadays, I pretty much do, but if you're very confident in the fact that you're never gonna get hit by Brand and that you're never gonna take a bad trade, you can start Doran's Blade, right? What's the reason why we would start Doran's Blade? What's the main reason?
Because it enhances my poke more.
I would say that doesn't really do anything.
And because I'll get more health recovery from autoing with Caitlyn range on the minions.
Well, Doran Shield actually does more in early game, right? Doesn't Doran Shield always out heal Doran's Blade? So it's like, why would anyone ever get Doran's Blade?
It's because lifesteal scales better.
Yes, lifesteal scales amazingly better than this tiny HP regen. This HP regen is only going to matter right now, right? This Doran Shield HP regen. Doesn't do anything in the mid game. The lifesteal is disgusting in the mid game, especially if you have no lifesteal source. So that's why people would get it, right? It's better scaling. You can say it does like 5 more damage every hit on them, but if you need, an extra 20 damage to win a 2v2, you probably have something else to look at, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that really makes any sense. But the only issue here is that we weren't playing the matchup out right. That's what I would say, right?
Okay.
Just taking a look, right, is that we need her to land Q. Otherwise, your first goal is to do what in lane?
Just farm.
Yes, right. Stay safe, just farm. That's the only thing we care about, right? Because at 6 items, I think you have a lot of options versus Xayah, right? It's not like we're getting outscaled or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
6 items, sure, Brand might outscale Morgana, but she has very, very useful. She has very good utility as well, right? Brand might have more damage, but she can bind from a distance, right? So I think the problem here is that we're just the early game stuff kind of screwed us over, right?
Yeah.
Is that you're trying to do something outside of your matchup, and that something wasn't clean, right? You can do stuff like outside of your matchup, you can hit them when they're trying to get a minion, right? You can pressure them, but if it's not clean, it's going to flip over on its head. It's going to be a disaster, right? Like we saw, both of you guys lost like 25% of your HP. So you have to make sure it's clean. How do you make sure it's clean if you want to poke them?
Morgana goes first, essentially.
Well,
or for poke, they have to either be going for essentially they have to be going for a minion, or if it's 2v1.
They have to want something. Yeah, assuming 2v2, yeah, 2v1 you can do whatever you want, but assuming 2v2, they have to want something. So Brand's gonna look to poke Morgana, bam, you can hit her, right? Or you can hit him as he's casting W, or Xayah's gonna want the CS, bam, you can hit her, right? As long as there's no kind of way for them to beat you, you're good to go, right? But let's say you try and the reason why we say we don't practice this yet, because you're gonna fall into the trap where you try and hit Xayah when she wants a minion, all of a sudden she doesn't hit the minion, she hits you. That's a losing trade. Right? She presses W, she goes on you, you're like, oh shit, we're not ready. And then we get rooted, and then that's death, right? So that's why I never really teach this unless you're like super high ranked already, and you need something more to eke out an advantage, right? Oh no. Oh yes, that was a sick root. That was a sick trap. You guys are actually winning this now. Holy shit. Wow. That was so good. Let's watch this again. That was game. I'm not joking. This is game changing, yo. You guys are losing bot lane into winning immediately somehow. Holy crap. She also ulti nothing, so that's kind of awkward.
Yeah, I got 2 traps on her there, so that.
Very good, very good. That was clean as hell. Very nice. So far, we don't seem to have any problems with Caitlyn mechanics for sure. At least from what I'm seeing. It was just the on Xayah, it was just the ulti and the E, right? But of course, she's like super hard to play. So far good. This is good, except for the time when we try to do something extra, right? Like you said, Morgana goes first. Anyone with catch, they go first, right? Okay, let's see what's going on here. Oh, this guy has no ulti, or maybe it's been. Oh, okay, he does have ulti, but he's getting out. This is not good. Wait, their TP got stopped. What's going on?
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow, spicy. Nothing you can do here. That's fine. As long as we don't die here, we're fine. Probably don't want to turn around.
I think I almost died there actually, because
I
got hit by the Morgana on the brand passive, which was the third stack for the passive on me. So
yeah, you don't want to turn around, right? Why is that?
Because there's nothing I can do. They'll just kill me if I turn around.
Exactly. There's nothing you can do. This is a losing situation no matter what. Right. That's what I want you to think. And how do we know it's a losing situation no matter what?
HP advantage. Well, at that point it's HP advantage, but right now it's also man advantage because Fior's TP.
Okay, ignore the TP. How do you know you're still losing this?
We missed the Sejuani out and the Morgana Q. So.
Failed engage is a loss. Right. Failed engage is always going to be a loss. So you got to leave. And then how come that, when you leave and they chase, how come you can sometimes win? Because they're chasing, right? So you have another engage, right? And that engage could work, right? But failed engage is a loss, you got to run. You got to leave. So everyone leaves, but we die.
I was actually in shop there. I didn't even see
no. Yeah, so the only thing we could do here is nothing you could do. If you really wanted to gank, you can't stop him. It's just we need to get away with our life, right? So we kind of stuck around. This is kind of damage control, right? Which is our team made a mistake. We're trying to figure out how we make sure it doesn't snowball into something bigger, right? So really the only 2 things you can look at is 1, you need to focus on the farming in the matchup over everything, right? you don't have to poke people like crazy when you're playing. That's honestly a noob trap when you're playing Caitlyn, is doing something like that, right? Because most Caitlyn players, they'll be like, why can't I win with this champion? You watch them play, they die to like some kind of, they get caught or they get ganked because they're trying to poke, right? Or they're taking bad trades. So the first priority is definitely CS, right? Second priority is matchup, and then third priority is wait, I got the priorities wrong. First priority is to not die, actually. Second priority is the CS, and then third priority is matchup based, right? Wow, it's a really nice mechanical play there. But wait, did we kill him?
No, he actually. I don't know how much health he has, but
I thought you were gonna ulti.
Almost 0. Yeah, I thought he was gonna die off of that. But
okay, let's take a look at this. This looks good for you guys. Wait, you guys got it? Oh no, they got it. Okay, that's fine. One for a Q, I think that's okay. Trap here. Oh, what happened? We had no trap.
Yeah,
we do have a trap. Oh, you just used it. Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah, no, I think I used both. At this point, I don't have enough traps, and I use both my traps on the pit.
Okay, this is Caitlyn mechanics thing we can talk about. How many traps do you use? How many traps do you save? We'll say.
2, I would say, if I can. In case the first one misses.
The amount of traps you save is the amount of CC combo you have. So if you have Morgana bind, that's 1, right? If you have Sejuani ulti, that's another. And then it's like, oh, Sejuani already used their ulti. You can put that one down, right? Okay. But you need to be able to follow up if your team lands, right? And then let's say you have no combo. Then you can put that down whenever you want. But I would save 1 for yourself. 1 or 2 for yourself, right? Because you combo with yourself. You combo with net, right? So the amount of traps you save is the amount of follow-up you can do, right? So we would not use these here if you knew that you need to save 1 for Morgana bind. Right? Yeah. If she misses, you can use it, right? I would probably still even save it because we can use our net with it, right? You can do some kind of net trap or whatever. Yeah, we just missed a kill because of that. But I think it's still mechanics, so don't worry about that. You guys going to help is good, right? Okay, what's going on here?
Yeah, I thought Brand was actually gone here, but he wasn't.
It's still good enough.
I guess he used health pots or something, but I assumed that the Brand had left.
Wait, you're gonna kill him too. What is he doing?
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. She landed the bind, so you guys know this is winning probably. Base, sure, and then come back. So the only times you're kind of dying is like first time was when doing something extra, right? That's not quite according to our matchup, and the second time was we overstayed when it was done. But honestly, so far so good. Beyond that, right? What is he doing? He's taking minions. Oh my god! What is he doing, yo? So that's what this. It's funny to us because it looks really bad, but this is what you're doing level 1, right? Is that we were tanking minions too. So he dies. Nice push. Sure. You can find this Brand too. All I had to do is put a trap down. Oh my god, what is he doing too? This Echo is winnable, especially if you have traps. Since you're playing Caitlyn, okay. I think that's fine. He's losing here. He missed Q, right? So you're gonna kill his ass. I don't know what he's doing, but I would not flash for this, right? Yeah, you have ulti. Yeah. Very nice. Very good. And base. 10 out of 10. Oh, no. Okay, we're out. Okay, good. So the only times where you had proms were just level 1. You're playing the matchup wrong. Right? Or we're doing, not necessarily playing the matchup wrong, but we're doing something extra.
We actually
okay. This is matchup, right? Which is how do you know that what is this? Would you classify this? This is an all-in, right?
Yeah.
So who wins all in?
They do.
Yeah, unless you can get the catch off, right?
Yeah.
So we got the catch off.
Bind, but I wasn't there to follow up in time on the bind because ulti on.
Yeah, Xayah has ulti, so you're not winning this. So I think this is also kind of what the heck is this flash though? Let me see this. Did she flash anything? I don't think so. It's just it kind of doesn't make sense, right? I'm not sure what we're going for here, but if you had something in mind, like we're gonna walk up and then like flash net sideways or something like that, then it would work. But if you don't have a plan for a kind of all in, then if you're not an all in bot lane, don't do it.
Yeah. Okay.
You need a plan. You need a plan of action, right? Like we're gonna dodge brand stun, or we're gonna dodge Xayah feathers, or something like that. But you're right. If you're playing Caitlyn, you just want to use your range to your advantage, right? But honestly, the thing, the band-aid fix is just you can just follow up, right? Wait for Morgana to go first. If this bind is too far away, don't follow up because you can't, right? So that's all we have to say about that.
Okay, so before we end, I've got a few just extra questions.
Yes, of course.
So are there any particular champions you would recommend if Xayah's picked? Because currently I just decided that, like, I used to play a bunch of like Caitlyn, Xayah, Vayne, Jinx, but then I decided I should probably just pick 2 if possible. So
pick 2, right?
I mostly just pick Xayah, and then if Xayah's banned or picked, I play Caitlyn.
This is very good.
Is Caitlyn okay into Xayah? Because I know Xayah can kind of just outpush me, but
these 2 champs are, I would say, very good, especially for solo queue. And if you're playing the Caitlyn versus Xayah matchup, then you have to know that you can get caught and she wins all in. But beyond that, you can outplay her. Anything like net traps will win you this matchup, right? Anything like net trap, anything like getting free poke off is gonna win you this matchup. But honestly, all you do is get to 3 items. Dude, these Xayahs don't know what they're doing. They need to mechanically outplay a Caitlyn in order to win, right? So you'll see this matchup do a lot better in the higher ranks, but in the late game, you put a trap down. She walks into it, you win, right? So this is a fine matchup, I think. These 2 champs are very good, I think, for solo queue, especially seeing how you play is really good. It's just that we kind of have strange deaths, if that makes any sense. We're trying to do something, but it doesn't make sense, which is what Caitlyn's point of. This is the Caitlyn replay, and then with the Xayah replay, we kind of 4v5s or mechanics kind of lost us advantages we should not have lost. But even with all this, look how far ahead we are. Right? So all I really am gonna say is you need to play more games and make sure we're not fighting 4v5 for these Xayah games, right? And then for the Caitlyn games is I think it's like don't like do anything strange, I guess, in lane. It doesn't make sense. Don't do anything that doesn't make sense, right? We don't need to do that. Just play according to the matchup, right? Like literally what I'm doing is playing according to the matchup. I'm not trying to do anything extra unless it looks free to me, right? So I think those are really where your only deaths are coming from. Besides the one, we can even say that's half your fault when Sejuani went for like a really bad gank, right? Or she went for a nice try, but she kept chasing, so that was not good.
And I shouldn't have kept following.
Right. But we'll say that's half a mistake because you did not initiate it, right? The mistakes where you start the thing is kind of what you want to look at, right? We're trying to like follow up on the Morgana bind that's like super far away, or like trying to do something level 1, right? But like look at this. All we have to do is hit the closest guy. You're gonna win this fight. I already know, right? We don't even have to watch this. Like, as long as you don't get caught. Oh, okay. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I was ulting for the Fiora kill there, and I probably should have just not doing that.
Right. How do you know that you don't want to ulti for Fiora here?
Because they've got 4 threats, like right.
The whole team is here. Okay, like what's the worst thing you could think of if you try to ulti?
They could all just kill me, because I don't think Sejuani has CC left at this point. So.
It's literally anything like Lee Sin Insect, anything like Brand Flash ulti, or any of those is done right? So maybe in team fights we could take a look at our priorities in terms of staying alive is number 1. Oh my god, he actually did get you, right? Yeah. So remember our priorities are staying safe and then hitting the closest guy. So finishing off people, that's like last priority with your ulti, right? You want to make sure we're not getting caught by that stuff first, right? All you have to do is hit the closest guy, and you were gonna win. I promise, right? As long as it's 5v5, all you have to do is hit the closest guy, right? I think in these fights, that might be something we need to take a look at, right? Because we go into these fights super far ahead, but somehow it kind of is not overwhelmingly winning, right? So yeah, remember in team fights, all you have to do is stay alive, right? And hit the closest guy. So
actually, our team's behind by about 6K here.
Right. But you're so far ahead, it doesn't matter, right? Well, or not that it doesn't matter, but you can carry it by yourself. Is kind of the idea, right? Is that look at this? They're gonna do shit like this. Where what is that? What did Lee Sin do? He kicks Sejuani to nothing, right? What is this? Yeah. Right. So them having some form of monetary gold is not gonna matter in solo queue as long as we are strong enough to do something. Look, we already they're 6K gold ahead, right? But you guys are winning. because
Yeah.
they can't touch you, right? So that's all you need to focus. You guys can even Baron. You have Cho'Gath ulti. Oh no, you don't have Cho'Gath ulti.
Yeah, actually, we start the Baron and we hold it until he has his ulti back up, so that Lee
Oh,
Sin can't steal.
okay, that's pretty smart, right? You finish it with ulti. Very nice. Okay, I was gonna say it didn't get stolen, right? Good. And then same thing here, right? Is yeah, I would probably not ulti until you knew you were safe, right? I'm not sure. Are you safe here? No, not sure.
Yeah,
Right.
not sure.
Not sure. Still not sure. And then you ulti here, still not sure, right? Lee Sin could be watching you this whole time, and he's gonna Warthog Q you, right? Brand can even turn around flash, right? If you're not sure, you gotta stay safe first, right? And then you gotta run away, right? There's no. Oh, what? Excuse me?
Except in a trap I put in the corner there. So.
Oh, beautiful trap. Beautiful trap.
And also, yeah, Echo.
He fucking dies too. All right, yeah. So really, the only thing we need to look at in team fights is you're making sure we're not getting caught, or not getting caught, because that's implying that we're getting hit by something. But making sure that we're staying safe, because we're kind of in a spot where we like channel ulti, or I don't even know, right? We're using Xayah ulti wrong or something like that. I don't know. Honestly. In Xayah, the positioning was fine. It was just our usage of ulti. On Caitlyn, it's like, I think you're channeling ulti, like when you're not in a good spot. So all you have to do is, you don't, honestly, as playing Caitlyn, you don't even have to use your ulti to win fights, right? That's not how Caitlyn wins fights. See this right here? This is the classic example of how you win. This is how you win fights, right? See this? All you're doing is just hit this closest guy. You're going to win every time. Look at this. Look, what did we say earlier about the Xayah Caitlyn matchup at this rank, right? This is gonna walk into the traps. This is gonna happen every time, I promise, right? Even at my rank, that's gonna happen more times than not. So, this is all you have to do, right? And then I think you channel ulti too much for like kind of no reason. But as long as you're safe, I don't care, right? You just need to make sure you're safe, right? No way for them to stop you. But notice how all you have to do is just hit the closest guy and then you won, right? No brainer, basically. That's all you have to work on, is making sure you're doing this. Wait, what happened here? I think we're going for something here. She missed charm.
Yeah, I stepped up too far there.
Nice dodge at least, but yeah, I think we could have gotten hit by that stun. Oh, could have killed his ass. Close. I think not flashing for it is fine. You can consider flashing for it, but I would say saving flash is probably better, so that's good. Oh, this guy's gonna kill himself, because you know when Echoes, they're just gonna go in no matter what. So all you have to do is not get hit, right? They just look at this. They're just gonna go in no matter what they do. Oh, okay. Maybe we could have not used net and saved it, right? But honestly, we're still gonna win this, right? You just hit this guy, he's done. You hit this guy, he's done. Maybe push bot. I think this is fine. Base. I think this is fine. Yeah, it looks like everything's really good.
Okay, so I've got a few more questions.
Right.
Do you think it's worth trying to type plans in chat in solo queue, or should I just try to ping?
Oh, I just ping, dude. It's just like not worth. You just say something like 5-man top or something like that. That's probably the longest thing I would ever say in solo queue, right? When I was in Korea, I can't even talk to people, right? So all you really need are pings. It's just back ping, this is losing, or forward ping, we're winning, right? Okay. Yeah, I think this fight is much of the same, which is we need to be safe in these fights, right? You're super strong, but I think the way you would ever lose games is that we kind of either throw 4v5 or team fighting incorrectly. Okay. All right. Is that we're just not safe at any given time, right? Like when Lee Sin Qs this guy, the insect is coming. Yeah. Right. Or if you're in range of Echo EQ, that can be one shot. Right, anything like that. You have to be super paranoid about these things, because it's gonna lose you games. Like this kick can give up like another 5 minutes of stall, and then the next Baron is who knows, right? You're giving Fury time to outscale, right? So that's not good. And then Echo one shot actually is happening, right? If you had any extra damage, right? He can even flash. You're dead. He flashes behind you. The Q comes out. He autos. I would say that's death, right? So those are the things you need to look at. And then Fiora Q here is also losing, I would say. This is a losing line. Oh wow, actually this is losing, right? So these are the things you need to look out for, is what do you have to be afraid of in team fights. And if you have a lot of things to be afraid of, like let's say they have a blitz, a Lee Sin, this Echo, that's like already 3 threats, right? What do? You stay super far back.
Okay.
Okay, that's what you do. You stay so far back that there's no chance, right? If you're not sure, you play super safe, right? Other than that, you need to count, what's gonna screw you over, right? But really, being safe is number one because even though you're super far ahead, it's not gonna matter if you die in a fight.
Yeah,
right?
true.
So those are really the things that you need to look out for. Is when you get super far ahead, which is what happens all the time. You need to not die in team fights, right?
Okay.
Even when you're like free hitting like this, I'm still looking out. This is like a trap. This is like how they get you. Is when you think that there's nothing to stop you, that's when they get you, right? Something like Echo Flash, or like someone comes out from behind, or how many times have you seen the Oriana ulti when five people chase?
I got cut by the Ori ulti.
Exactly, right? Me too, right? And then that when you get hit by it so many times, you think to yourself, wait a minute, I think it's better to not get hit by it. So don't hit this guy, right? When you think that there's no way for them to stop you, that's when you should double check, right? Yeah, I think that would be a big thing to look at in your gameplay because, sure, we make some mistakes, and we give up some kills, but at this rank, we're doing so much better than everyone else. We just have to focus on kind of not giving up team fights, right?
Okay.
So on Xayah, your ulti usage, right? And 4v, looking at numbers advantage. On this game, it was more about positioning, right? You need to stay super far back. You don't have to hit someone. You just need to put traps down, right? And then they can't walk up to you. And then you walk up, put more traps down, right? So yeah, that's really the core of what I think you should work on is making sure in fights you're safe, right? Because even if we make laning mistakes, it seems like everything turns out fine. Right? It's just when you're playing Xayah, make sure you're figuring out when's the best time for you to ult defensively, right? If you're honestly, you don't need to use it offensively, but if you do see it offensively, it'll be super obvious, okay? And then on Caitlyn, it's just stay super far back because I think we're just getting caught by a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I would say. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds about right for analysis for those two games.
Do you have any last questions or anything like that?
Do you take Bloodline on Xayah in poke heavy matchups, or do you still take the attack speed one?
I think Bloodline is fine. It's very good, especially when especially when they do have like heavy poke. It's like not gonna matter for the first few minutes because your Bloodline's at 0, right? But later in the game, you're doing some trades. You need to heal off the wave. I think it's very important that goes off because all you have is Doran's Blade, Doran's Shield, Fleet Forward. That's not good enough. So I think Bloodline's very good.
Okay.
A good source of sustain, I would say.
Does it matter that I play lock camera? Or...
I would say you should start playing unlocked as soon as possible. And if you want that locked camera feeling, press spacebar as much times as you can.
Okay, got it.
Right. Because how can you see what's going on in a fight if you
the problem I often have is I want to fight, but I can't tell how it's going because I can't really see anything.
You can't see, right? Yeah, so you're like, wait, do I help this fight? Can't tell.
If I notice my mouse settings are like 1600 DPI, mouse speed 50 in game, does it matter? Really? What my
it
mouse
does not matter as long as you can do it.
Okay, got it.
Literally everyone has something different. So as long as it's working for you, there's no need to change it.
Okay.
I would say. The only things to change are like lock camera stuff. That's like you probably can't do that.
Yeah. What should I do when I can't safely push past the river? Should I just ask my support to come down with me so I can push past river, or
That's one option.
I often push one wave and then it's not past the river, but I go back to mid anyway because I can't push any further safely.
Okay, so let's say let me see if I can bring up Rift Kit. So this is the example you're talking about. Your tower is down, right? And it's pushed into you, and you push a wave, it's not gonna get past the river, right? So let's say we're like here. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong one. We're like here. A is us, and S is the wave. So if you clear this wave, the wave's meeting over here all of a sudden. So what you can do is you last hit this current wave, and then the next wave comes in, and you kill everything all at once. Okay. That's one solution. Another solution is you think they're gonna gank you, so you say team be in this bush, right? You're like, oh, team be in this bush, or whatever, and then they gank you, you guys win, right? But that's not gonna happen in solo queue. So the next solution is you just wait here, right, or something like that, or you try and put a ward down in this bush so you can see if you can push this or not, right? But really the consistent way is if everything's going to hell, you just last hit here and then push past the river when you can, right? That's when it's like disaster, but sometimes you have to do that, right? But yeah, that's what I'll say.
Okay, just two more.
Yeah, of course.
What's the thought process that I should go through when I'm deciding whether or not I'm with my team versus getting money mid game?
All right, if we're in the mid game, you're here. Let me see. Let me move this thing. Let's see. We're in the mid game. Everyone's fighting top, right? Is this close enough for you to help?
Certainly not. No.
I would say.
Wait, am I A?
Yeah, you're A. You're A right here.
Honestly, I could. I think if it depends on where the wave is. If I could get the first tier tower mid, I should maybe do that. But I could also help because a 4-man fight's gonna take a while.
If this fight is going on and it's not instantly over, you can help. This is this is what I like to call one lane's distance rule. I'm not sure if anyone else thinks this way, but this is how I think, right? Is that if it's within one lane's distance, right? This lane, you can help, right? So anything like if you're over here, this fight's gonna be over.
Yeah.
Most of the time, right? Sometimes even if you're here, this fight's over because someone face checked, right? And they die immediately. So you just go push. But if you can help, you go help. That's what you should think. Is that if I come and I'm gonna get a kill, assist, or turn the tides, we're gonna go help.
Okay.
Right. Other than that, you push mid. Right. You're good to go. It's 1v0. Right. And then let's say you only see 4 of them, and your 4 team is here, and there's an enemy Rengar somewhere, and you cannot help because you're gonna die no matter what. You don't go.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense, right? You literally cannot help. So this is the common argument where Zed roams or something, and you have like a Ziggs mid, and then your team flames Ziggs for not following. He's like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Right? You can only push mid. So that's what you should do. If you can help, though, you help. And you check to see, are you one lane's distance away? So if you're like here, you can't help, right? If you're here, you can't help. So anywhere where it's like there's only one lane apart, you can go check to see if you have to go.
What about like when their team's grouping to push mid, but we've got a wave crashing bot? Do I go to clear bot or try to 5v5 defend mid?
You clear bot, and then if they dive, you go immediately.
Okay, got it.
You're trying to force them to do something. So so basically what's going on is that they're grouping, so in hopes that you guys are gonna let this wave die to tower or something like that. So if you let it die to tower, you guys sit mid, you guys are losing. That's like 2,000 gold down the drain. Well, not 2,000 gold, but that's like 500 gold down the drain, right? So you go help this, and they say, okay, now we're gonna try and punish. So they're gonna try and dive or something. So if they dive, you can go help immediately. And then if you win that,
I just clear as much of bot wave as I can, and then I help when they dive.
Exactly. And then let's say they don't dive, then you guys got all that money. So everyone's happy. And then if your team goes outside the tower in 4v5s, that's not your fault. They're just being boosted.
Okay.
So,
yeah, true.
There you go. That's basically what you do.
Okay. Last question. Do you think that I mean you've kind of already answered this, but would you say that mechanics aren't what's holding me back?
I would say we're getting close.
Or maybe Xayah.
It's very close, right? Xayah for sure, right? Because look, even though we pointed out all these mechanical errors, our results are telling us something different. Which is why I'm saying it does not matter yet. And looking at this past history, there's nothing holding you back.
Okay.
Right? You just need to play more. But I would say that if something is holding you back, it's gonna be mechanics on Xayah soon. Right? Okay. Because when you get to probably platinum and you're missing every ult or E, then you gotta take a look at it, right?
Yeah.
On Caitlyn, it seemed very good, right? Caitlyn seemed very clean. It was just decision making on Caitlyn, I think, was something we had to take a look at. We were just like too close or trying to fight when it didn't make sense. But yeah, that's what I would say, right? Like nothing's holding you back, right? I would say it's just things we can polish that might become a problem later if we don't look at it, because this win rate is pretty disgusting, right? KDA win rate looks really good. So
yeah, yeah, I think that's all.
All right, sounds good. I think you're gonna climb super fast. You just keep this up, right? This trend is really good. Definitely, we're looking at like at least platinum, right? If we're talking about like something like diamond level, the Xayah mechanics would definitely need to take a look at. But overall, you can't really tell until you start getting stuck, right?
Yeah.
It's like we can't tell if it's 4v5 or not hitting tower or grouping or whatever. But definitely team fights. I think team fights and Xayah mechanics is the next two things that would hold you back when you get stuck. So definitely take a look at your Place TV if you're wondering. All of a sudden we're losing half our games. That's my guess. So Yeah, definitely. You can start working on that now. Something like making sure we're safe before we hit anyone in team fights would be the number easiest way to do it.
Uh-huh.
Right. That's how I would do it actually. Is making sure I'm safe before I hit anyone, and then making sure I have my ulti ready for whatever they're gonna do. Right. Like against this team, I would ulti like Aurelia ulti, or I would ulti Ari Charm, right? Anything like that.
Mhm.
So yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah. So I just wrote all that down. Okay. Thank you.
Cool. If you have any other questions, I guess now's the time. If not, then I'm gonna upload this to YouTube, send you the link, so you and your duo can take a look at it again. Wow, I can't speak today. But yeah, if that's all, then hit me up if you have any questions on Discord. If you have any clips you want to show me, you can send those to me there as well.
Okay.
Sounds good?
No, that's all. Thank you for your time.
Okay, good luck, dude. Let me know how it goes. It looks really promising, so I'm excited to see where you end up.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Good luck.